Alright, hopefully we are back. And hopefully the audio issues and the menu issues are not going to be a problem anymore. Oh, that's really loud. Okay, sorry about that. That's a deafening on my end. Gonna bring that back down. Alright, so let's see what we've missed. Fusions is in the lead. Slasher in second. Dalton fourth, Ace fifth, Greg sixth, Bradley, Hightower, Costco, Grimm, Little General, Carson, Josh, Rocco. All right. It looks like everyone. Even I don't remember who the other driver on the softs was, but looks like they've pit off of the softs as well under that safety car. Hopefully, you guys should have audio now. Alright, so let's catch up. Bradley very close to Ace Edge. Going into sector 3. Let me enable the track map. So a pretty close group of guys there now. Alright, working fine. Great to hear. Yeah, so Greg's Ace and Bradley kind of in DRS range of each other. Actually, Ace might have dropped out of that range. It looks like he doesn't have DRS, and actually DRS might not even be enabled yet from that safety car restart. Alright, so Grimm and Little General fighting as well in 3. Grimm does keep ahead, but Carson Josh makes a move on Carson, it looks like. And Little General looks for the move, but doesn't have enough speed to make it. Just right behind him though, keeping with him. Yeah, stay out of the race director screen, never again. I will never check up on any information from now on. This is gonna be me waffling. Pretty nice train of 4 cars all within overtaking range of each other. Little General moves to the outside going into that 90-degree turn. Doesn't quite make the move, but still close enough behind that he's gonna be able to challenge, maybe going into this hairpin. Nope, sticks behind him. I always hate this angle, can never really see what's going on, but let's hop on board with Little General. He doesn't seem to have made up too much ground under that DRS straight, but Grimm doesn't get the best corner there, so Little General was able to catch up a bit as they head into the end of Sector 1. Oh no, Little General loses it, touched the car just a bit too much. Hopefully he didn't get too much damage, not having the best time back there, but with his pace he should be able to catch up. If there's another safety car maybe. So it looks like Josh is closing in on Grimm now though. He will be able to challenge and maybe make this move as he heads out to the outside, but not side by side, so he won't be able to make a decent enough challenge. Oh, and it looks like Rocco has retired from the session. We might be able to see that. That looks to be on the pit straight, unless he did that in the pits. And it looks like it's a retirement in the pits. Not too sure about that. Might have just been having a bad race. We've all been there. It's understandable. But we do always encourage finishing your races. Because you never know. Who knows, there might have been another safety car. And you could have finished with a great position in the points, but that's fine. If you're not feeling it, you're not feeling it. All good. Or you could be like me and have technical issues and drifty controllers. But Grim still defending Josh. Josh putting Grim under a lot of pressure though. And if he can keep that pressure up, Grim might not withstand that. Bradley does pick up a 3-second time penalty in the AlphaTauri. Yeah, this actually, Josh looks to be more side by side down that corner now. Not able to make the move though. But with DRS, might be able to challenge. But like I was saying, it's a pretty fast track. There's a lot of corners where you're only tempted to cut it just a bit more to get that little bit of extra speed. And yeah, easy to pick up. It's easy to pick up penalties that way. So you have to be real careful. Yeah, P2 battle I just saw. Looks like Josh did get that move done on Grim. But Slasher not able to keep up that well. Not losing a bunch of time though, so if he has a couple of good corners, he's going to be right back within that range to challenge Nico for P2. But PWR Fusion's sitting P1 right now. With a comfortable almost 2.5 second lead. If he stays cool, doesn't let the pressure get to him, he could have a pretty smooth race. Yeah, Slasher dropping back just a bit more. He's still gonna get DRS though, it looks like, down that pit straight. It is DRS open, so that should help him catch up just the tiniest bit. Josh has closed in on Hightower though. Looks like he's going to be his next target going down that pit straight. Let's jump on board so that we don't have to sit with that terrible broadcast camera. And he gets the move down on Costco heading into turn 1. Costco might be able to challenge down this next straight. He will have DRS. Nico does pick up a penalty. So does Fusions. It's unfortunate for them. Yeah, doesn't look like yeah, great driving. I mean, great driving from Josh so far. He's been able to keep up, make some good challenges, keep drivers under pressure, and pounce on opportunities. And that's really all you can ask for from these drivers. Carson closing in on Grim, down for the fight of P11. Might be able to make a move going into that 90-degree turn that kicks off Sector 3. And it looks like Grim made a move on Hightower. Carson will be going for that move as well. Doesn't quite get it down that turn, but he's not going to dive down. Oh, he actually makes a bit of contact there with the rear of Hightower's car. Going into that hairpin. But down this DRS straight, I don't think he should have too much trouble trying to make a move. He does move to the inside of turn 1. Ooh, another bit of contact there. Not the cleanest racing, but luckily so far no one's had too dire consequences on the race. While we've been watching that fight, Josh has moved ahead of Costco, and Grim is catching up actually, yeah. So actually great racing from our bottom half of the grid there. Everyone else seems to be sort of in their own race right now. We're not seeing too many small gaps up ahead here, except for, of course, Grex closing in on Dalton in P4. We might see a move materialize in the next lap or so, if he can keep right behind him there and apply that pressure consistently. Ooh, not the best exit from Dalton there. Has a bit of oversteer, but corrects it, of course. but that does put Grex way closer, and he will have DRS of course, but not really going for the move there. He will get DRS of course on this smaller straight now, and arguably an easier corner to make a move on, but looks like either Dalton's burning through ERS or he just has a great setup for straight line speed, because he keeps ahead even though Grex has that DRS. Let's quickly hop on board with Fusions and just see how he's doing up there in the front. Pretty chill race for him so far. Of course, had to make a couple of overtakes. And there was the safety car. Looks like, I mean, he probably had a great restart, which put him in a good position to take P1. We do have a yellow flag in Sector 3 though. Looks like that's Costco. Yeah, he could have lost it out of that the turn right before that curve straight, but he has the pace to catch up for sure. Oh no, and he loses it again. Yeah, tire temperatures can be like that. Just have to be careful on after you spin. Make sure your tires are doing okay before you really push on those turns. But it looks like Dalton, after Grex made that move, Dalton is sticking pretty close to him. Just needs a couple of good corners and he'll be able to fight for P4 again. Oh, Josh. Yeah, Josh seems to have spun out in that same corner as Costco as well. Yeah, it's a pretty tricky corner honestly, because you're tempted. They changed that corner as well, so now you can have a lot more speed going into it, and you're tempted to go on that runoff a bit more. But of course, going on the runoff too much does put you at more of a risk to spin out, and it is a couple of quick corners, so yeah, easy to spin out. So it looked like Fusion's pit onto the hards. It is of course the pit window for them most likely. So I guess, yeah, it looks like Fusion and Dalton did pit onto new sets of hards. I wish I could go into the race director to look at their tire changes, but I'm not gonna, because I don't want to have to rejoin the lobby again. Costco did pit again as well, but that could have likely been damage as well. Still, if anything, an opportune time to pit does put him in the same strategy as these other drivers. Dalton did pit as well, and I think it looks like he picked up a penalty for speeding in the pit lane, I believe. If not, just a... no, okay. Yeah, he just picked up a track limits penalty. So Nico and Slash are heading into the pits too. They'll be moving on to the hards. There's really no other choice for them from starting on the mediums. They pit onto the hards. Nico coming out of the pits. Slasher, of course, coming out of the pits as well. So, like, oh, that looked like Ace. No, who was that? Hightower? Oh, that might have actually been Costco again. Yeah. Yeah, unfortunate Costco losing it in turn 1, turn 2. Could have been... I don't know if it was cold tires. Could have just been overheated tires. He is still ghosted though, not too sure about that. He might unghost soon, maybe? Not sure. But let's hop back on board with, or not on board, but with Ace Edge, as he's fighting Nico, who is on, well, 14 lap younger hards, which is a considerable advantage. And of course, Nico showing great pace throughout the weekend. Ace Edge sticking close behind him though. Yeah, Costco retired from the session. That might have been an incident actually. Let's also try to see if we can find out whether it's a VSC. Oh no, that's a full safety car. Ooh, so all these drivers, yeah, that's he's crashed into the wall. Not the best weekend for Costco, unfortunately. That's fine. You're gonna come back stronger next weekend. That's all it is. So all these drivers that didn't pit before the safety car now have that huge advantage of pitting while everyone else is driving slower. Ooh, Dalton really pushing it through that corner. I hope you're keeping below your delta, man. Don't want to see you pick up a penalty with how ridiculously broken deltas are right now as well. So we will definitely be seeing all the drivers that hadn't pit according to their strategy yet pit again. What's gonna be interesting though is Carson gonna pit? 14 lap old hards. There's 13 laps left to go. I mean, that's really pushing it on hards. He could pit onto mediums. He could pit onto hards. I don't see him pitting onto softs. He could stay out and hope for another safety car maybe to pit onto maybe softs later in the race. If I remember correctly though, softs not the best tire on this track. They degrade very heavily. So you're gonna see insane pace for a couple of laps and then pretty massive drop off, which honestly seems to be the just the way the tire is this year as well. So Carson did not go into the pits. Everyone's going to be trying to keep those tires warm. What with the changes to tire temperatures now, they do cool off much quicker. It's very important to keep those tires warm during a safety car so that you don't have too hard of a time on the restart and you're able to keep up a fight for your position and of course to make moves on other positions. So the pack has grouped up now. Not sure if the safety car will come in at the end of this lap. It's a possibility. But right now everyone's just going to be focusing on keeping those tires warm, staying clean. You don't want to pick up damage or a penalty during a safety car. That's really going to put a dent in your race. It's fairly easy to avoid as well. So let's actually take a look at the penalties for a second. So everyone just seems to have 3 seconds of penalties. What's interesting is that Fusions and Nico have 3 seconds of penalties each. So Grex and Slasher could very well be seeing, they could be vying for a podium. Well, Slasher for a podium finish, Grex possibly for P1. If he can keep up the pressure, have a good restart. The safety car is in, so we will be seeing Fusions restarting the race soon. It's up to him now to restart the race, and it does look like he is off. Not the best restart though, because Nico is right on his tail. Ace Edge and Oh, Carson actually looks to have spun out in the back there, but Fusions is able to keep that lead. Nico right on his tail though. The Alpha Boys putting up a great fight for P1. Ooh, Fusions covers the inside. Nico was not side by side, so he's well and good to do that right before the braking zone. Bradley picks up another penalty. Nico drops back just the tiniest bit. Of course, not very easy to keep right behind another driver through multiple corners. But what's interesting is Grex and Slasher are keeping up with them as well. They, like I said, that's going to be important for them. Knowing that Fusions and Nico have those penalties, they could very well be seeing a very high points finish. Let's actually hop on board with Nico to get a better view of the moves. Looks like Ace Edge made a move on Dalton. Dalton seems to have lost a bit of time though, so that very well could have been a bad exit. Let's actually hop on board real quick with Grim down the straight. Oh, Dalton makes contact with the wall there, costs him quite a bit of time. And Grim is most likely going to be able to make that move. Yep, he pulls ahead into turn 1, gets that move done. Dalton right behind him though. Side by side going into turn 3. Not exactly side by side actually. Dalton just the tiniest bit behind, so Grim is going to be able to keep that position. Greg's actually catching up very fast to Nico, only 2.5 tenths behind him, so he's going to be able to challenge him down this curved straight now. Oh, Grex and Nico have to be burning that battery to keep up with each other, essentially. Yeah, Greg's not gonna be able to make a move, and Bradley picks up another penalty. I think that's putting him up to 9 seconds now. He might have picked up damage actually. He had a couple of oh no, that was Dalton, never mind. Alright, so it looks like these top 4 have kind of dropped a little bit behind each other. Still, of course, within DRS range, so we could see a short DRS train for the fight for P1. Really interesting restart there. Great racing from all of them so far. Great defense from Fusions once again. DRS is enabled this lap, so we're gonna see them pick up DRS down this next straight. Not too sure if anyone's gonna be able to make a move though, not too long of a DRS straight, but they will be able to close in on Fusions. Dalton actually closing in on Grim as well, down for the fight for P7. Of course, Grim is close to Ace Edge as well, so let's actually quickly hop on board with Grim just to check on status. If Ace Edge gets a good exit, oh, he had a great exit out of that final turn, picks up 10th or so. Good stuff from everyone so far. This fight for P1 to 4 is really interesting. Always love to see a fight for... Oh no, Grim's lost it looks like. Coming out of this tight corner. Yeah. He's out of the session as well, so that's terminal damage. Not too sure if... I mean... In all honesty, if this was real life, that would be a safety car, but doesn't look like it's a safety car here. So it is, we are back to full racing. Yeah, this game sometimes, I'd say 50% of the time, man. 50% of the time this game is throwing something at you. That makes no sense. So this top four still within DRS range of each other. Fusions of somehow keeping a great lead ahead on Nico and the rest. Even though they consistently have DRS, and it looks like Fusion's put in a fastest Sector 3, so he still clearly has the pace to keep ahead and fight Nico, Grex, and Flasher. Dalton looks to have pit to put on a new wing. We did see him tap the wall out of the last turn, I think it was. So he might have picked up damage there or elsewhere, and finally pit to recover. He is pitting onto the softs now. Definitely within the window to finish the race on those tires. So he might be vying for a fastest lap. Might not get any points from it unless he finishes in the top 10. But still, takes points away from others. That's always helpful in any championship. So looks like Little General is closing in on Hightower and Ace Edge. Not able to make the move, but Ace Edge does run wide, which gives Little General the chance to get that position. So he does move up into P7, still sticking close behind on Ace Edge, and he will be getting DRS down this main straight, the pit straight. Doesn't look like he's gaining too much time, so he won't be able to make a move heading into turn 1, but maybe down into turn 3. Oh no, that's not good. Runs very wide out of turn 1. Did not brake hard enough to make that corner, which definitely cost him some. Actually, yeah, cost him a bit of time. Carson does pit as well, serves a penalty, looks like. Let's hop on back with Grex, who has caught up quite a bit actually with Nico. He might have been reserving some battery, recharging to make another go at Nico for P2. Of course, Grex, in the current state of affairs, he sitting in P3, only a second behind P1. He will grab P1 due to the penalties on Fusions and Nico. Slasher has dropped back quite a bit, though. He is out of DRS range of Grex, 1.5 seconds almost behind Grex. Little General closing in on Ace Edge. Won't be able to make a move into turn 1, but very close behind him, heading into turn 3 and another DRS straight before that. Moves to the outside, Ace Edge covers him, good defense. Little General is blinking though, so he doesn't have too much ERS to sustain that kind of fighting consistently. But if he moves up into P6, he'd be able to, if he defends well enough, be able to recover some of that ERS. Yeah, Nico was closing in on Fusions, but looks like the gap's back to 410s. Little General actually might be making a move, or he might have tried to go for a move, going to that really fast chicane. Not the easiest place to make an overtake, but I guess if you're aggressive enough, you might go for it. Might not be the wisest decision though. As we can see, Slasher quite a bit behind the rest of the pack of P1 to 3. Bradley having his own race at this point. 5 seconds to Slasher, 8 seconds to Ace. Oh, and it looks like Ace might have, yep, he did lose it. And it looks like he does have some front wing damage, missing an end plate on the left side, so he might have to head into the pits. He definitely has the window to do so. If he wants to fix that damage, he might come out P10, I think. Oh, maybe not actually. That gap did actually update finally. Yeah, that's going to be an interesting call from him to see if he pits to fix the damage or just sticks with it for the rest of the race. Hightower actually closing in on Lil General to fight back. Lil General does run wide on that turn. Of course, Lil General spent all of his ERS fighting to move up, but he is able to defend still. Heading into the last final corners of the track. Hightower might be able to make this move though down the pit straight with of course, the assistance of DRS, maybe even a little ERS. He will be able to see that Lil General is blinking, indicating that he's low on ERS. Not able to make that move though. Josh caught up as well, so this is another interesting. Oh no, Grex. Grex has picked up a 3-second penalty. So there goes his free podium, or free P1, I guess. That's unfortunate, but it happens. It's okay. You just gotta keep your head down. He has closed the gap quite considerably to Nico, so he might just be able to make that move on track and get P2, maybe even P1. There's still 3 laps of racing left. It's anyone's game. As it stands, everyone on the track has penalties. Like I said before, it's a very tempting track to cut corners on, to gain that little bit of extra time, especially if you're chasing someone or trying to keep the gap down. Oh, what? Fusions. Looked away for a second. That's unfortunate. Yeah, looks like he lost it coming out of that tight corner. Oh man. And Grex as well has moved up into P1. Nico, of course, challenging though. He's not going to want to let that go very easily. He will be looking to get the win for Alfa Romeo. Bounced off Nico and in the wall. Oh man, that's unfortunate. That's really unfortunate. Oof. Yeah, that's heartbreaking, honestly. After a very consistent race, great pace, finish like that. Nobody loves to see that. Hopefully, Nico might be able to still get P1 points for Alfa Romeo for the constructors, but Grex not letting it go. He moved up into P1 and he's gonna want to fight for that. This is of course the second last lap of the race, so Nico doesn't have too much time to make this move. Yeah, Nico lost grip, compensated. Yep. Oh, Nico looks down the inside. Doesn't think it's the wisest move. I kind of agree with him there. Might be able to make a move going into... might be able to make a move. going down this DRS rate though. Never mind. Drops back quite a bit, loses it just the tiniest bit. So currently heading into our last lap of the race. Oh, Slasher actually loses position to Bradley. But yeah, going into this last lap, Grex is leading and looks to be going for P1. Nico, of course, didn't have the best turn there in those last couple of corners. Lost quite a bit of time. Might not be able to make it up in just one lap. Yeah, but Bradley has moved up into P3. But if I remember correctly, Bradley does not have, 9 seconds of penalty, so that's actually going to drop him down into, oh no, Hightower. Yep, just lost it coming out of that same, that end of Sector 1, start of Sector 2 really seems to be doing people in. Definitely one of the harder parts of the track, I would say. And Grex is about to cross the finish line, grabbing P1. Nico coming in P2. Bradley a couple of seconds behind, but it looks like he will be on track finishing P3, but he will be dropping down to P4. So Slasher does grab P3 due to Bradley's penalties, 9 seconds in total. But he still grabs P4, impressive result. Dalton comes in P7, Josh and Lil Gentle come in P5, P6. That's great points for their Constructors Championship. 2 Aston Martins finishing 5 and 6, that's great. Dalton finishes P7, Carson 8, and Ace will be bringing up the back of the pack. Ooh, I don't know if you want to do that, but he does finish P9. That was an impressive race. Really loved, I think some of the highlights were the P1 to P4 battle. Grex picks up Cody's driver of the day. I don't know, if I had to pick a driver of the day, I don't know, it's a tough choice. Fusions was showing some great pace and great results, but of course was not able to finish the race, unfortunately. Big jump from Grex there. Interviews? Yeah, I'm down for interviews. Anyone that wants to join for interviews, open to all drivers, of course. If anyone wants to join. Let's see if we can get people in here. Oh, I guess we're just looking for the race results. Yep, just to recap, Grex, Nico, Slasher, RR, P1, P2, P3 had a couple of DNFs there, running through P12 to P15. But Dalton did pick up actually the fastest lap, a 120.4. That was pretty good driving, impressive racing from most, couple of technical issues in between. So we missed the forced safety car restart, which was unfortunate because it looks like that's when looks like that's when Fusion's actually grabbed his lead. So let me see if I can get some of these players in here. Slasher, you should be able to see the party. I am in the normal party. It's the ZOR party, so you should have access to it. Let's see. I actually might not even have people added to add them into the party. That's really weird, Slasher. I'm not even able to send you an invite, um, because it says you're already in the party. Man, PlayStation's messing up right now, huh? Make a new one? Yeah, I'm down. Let's see. Okay, not sure if this is gonna cut the stream off, but let's leave this party. And oh, just when he joins. Let's just join back.
Hello?
Hello?
Weird. It doesn't pop up when I think you made it closed, so it doesn't pop up. You have to join.
Oh, that's really weird.
How was watching the race? Where's
Watching the race? It was interesting until Cody's literally locked me out of the game because I went into the race director. Um, yeah, so that wasn't fun. But other than that, that was actually a pretty exciting race to watch. A lot of great fighting. Uh, some interesting results. Fusions was looking to get a really good finish there, but unfortunately, um, he crashed and wasn't able to get that P1. He was defending really well on Nico and Grex. So heartbreaking, honestly. But Grex did pick up a race win, so that's gonna be fun. Uh, is anyone else joining? Do you know?
I don't think so. I'll check Twitch right now. I don't think so. I don't think I've ever seen Gregson in Teresa. I guess it's just me. Previous tier 2 commentary also.
Previous tier two, yeah. So what were your thoughts? I think I missed your overtake to get P3. Um, oh
No,
no, oh no,
Bradley
sorry,
had 9
Bradley.
seconds.
Yeah, sorry, I missed the overtake that Bradley got on you. But it looked like you lost a bit of time after the overtake. So was that? Did you have a bit of oversteer, or did you lose the car a bit? What
Um,
happened there?
on the last corner, I too much throttle, so I spun, and then just to cool down my tires a tiny bit, I just didn't go as
Yeah,
fast.
yeah,
Yeah, just trying to bring it home since I knew his 9 seconds would let me pass him, and then the other way.
yeah. That was good stuff. I mean, there were a lot of DNFs that race, but um, didn't look like you were too bothered at any point of the race. Did you really feel under pressure at any point?
I think it was mid race when Dalton started catching up a little bit.
Hmm,
But
yeah.
I had DRS, so they were just pulling me along the alphas, and then I was relaxed. Yeah, Grex. I think I would have stayed in front of Grex if it wasn't for that safety car, but because he got a free pit stop.
Hmm.
He was the only one not to pit, and so yeah.
Yeah, that just somehow paid off for him. Um, yeah, that was a pretty interesting race. Uh, Interesting too, of course, with the sprint weekend. Um, what did you think of the sprint race?
It was interesting. I've never done one before. I was curious. I was like, do penalties, I forgot the word already, pass over to the normal race? A few questions I had to my teammate, which he was able to answer. But good points we got. Last race, I couldn't even make it past sector one. So at least this race I
Podium
got
finish.
third.
That's a good, yeah.
Yeah, I got
Going from
24
not
points as a team, I believe.
that's a great improvement. I want to see you get a race win though.
I'll try.
You
The
gotta
alphas
just
are
you gotta
quick.
just keep improving. It's you go P2 next race, P1 the race after, and then after that you get the triple pole, P1 fastest lap.
Today was a lot easier for sure without Rex, Sharp, and Maverick, because they're definitely pretty fast.
True, true.
That would have definitely spiced things up, because Nico was not that quick today, at least compared to Jetta. So
Yeah, he was. I mean, he showed like insane pace in Jeddah. He showed pretty good pace this race too, but I feel like y'all were pretty well matched with him during the actual race because his quali lap was great and his sprint was good as well. But with the strategy and everything else kicking in, um, you guys were able to put up a pretty good fight.
I'll give you the standings right now. I just gotta see who's fastest lap. Do you know who ended up with the fastest lap? Oh, okay, it was Dalton.
Dalton, yeah.
Dalton. Driver of the day, it was Grex. Doesn't really matter.
Oh man, the entire top five from the current standings didn't get any points this race. Top six actually. Wait, did Hightower finish? Yeah, I think he finished.
We're using this new system and it's definitely special. Okay, I got it. Fusions. Wait, guess we won.
I mean, your Greg is gonna be tied for first. Um, right? Yeah, Greg's gonna be tied for first. You're gonna be tied for no. Yeah, you're gonna be tied for a sec. Oh no, you won't be tied for second, but you'll be tied for third, I guess, because Fusions Fusions, Maverick, Rex, Grim, Sharp don't get any points. Hightower, I don't believe got any points. Um, Carson did, but not enough to move that high up. Ace did as well, but again, not to move that high up. Little General did too. Rocco did not. Costco didn't. Zyke didn't. Bradley did, but not enough. Yeah, so you're gonna move up there, dude.
I had 19 points, I believe. So I'll definitely move up to the top, like
Nice.
four, I believe.
Yeah.
Um, can you see who the that's Costco, Rasco, Rocco, Hightower.
Yeah, not too sure. Are we doing the sprint race points the same way that
I
um
believe so.
okay. Yeah, I think. Yeah, you're gonna be like third or fourth, which is a pretty good jump.
This new app is very special. I'll let you know the points later.
Okay.
Alright, well, see you.
See ya, yeah. Great race.
Thank you, thank you.
Right, that's gonna be the end of the stream. Everyone, thanks for joining. Thanks for watching. We're gonna see you tomorrow for Tier Three's race. It's gonna be a sprint weekend again. Um, I'll be driving, so see you then.